Well, up and Adam, everybody, time for us to check in with the Better Business Bureau and President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Central New England, Alex Guardiola, here live in the studio with us. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Hank. How are you?
Good. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening at the Chamber, and then you brought another great guest with you, another great BBB accredited business.
Yeah, so obviously we continue to, wrapping up the summer season, making sure that we're still kind of reaching out to our local businesses and our accredited businesses, but also making sure that we're sending the messages to our consumers about some of the scams that we talk about here on the radio, and making sure that we're doing all the right things to help our economy move forward.
Joining you today is Abe White from TDW Plumbing and Heating in Athol, Massachusetts. And Abe, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Plumbing and heating, always need for plumbing. Heating, all of a sudden you guys are going to get going on your busy season, huh? Here in these last days of summer, we start to head into fall. Before things start to get cold, are there some things the homeowner should be doing to check out their heating system?
Well, I mean, as a homeowner, there's not a terribly large amount, but there are certain things you definitely want to look out for. Obviously, run your heating system before it gets that cold, just to make sure that it actually is working. A lot of people wait till the last minute, now it's starting to snow, I'm going to turn on my heat, and nothing happens. So always a good thing to check. And probably the most expensive calls that I usually get is no batteries in the thermostat, or they're dead. So check your batteries.
Yeah, boy, it always seems to hit on the coldest day of the year too, Alex. That's the way we feel if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I always, it's always kind of my mantra. Always things happen when you don't want. Murphy's Law, right? When it's supposed to happen on one time, it doesn't happen. So we want to make sure that everybody is up to speed on all these things, because winter's coming. We know it. It's not a secret around here that when that cold hits and all of a sudden your heater doesn't, turn on, like Abe was mentioning, it can get pretty costly. And we want to be, again, proactive rather than reactive. So getting ahead of this is very important for our homeowners. But, he does, Abe also does commercial stuff. So maybe Abe can kind of jump in and say, what on the commercial side for our businesses should they be looking for?
Well, in all honesty, it's kind of the same scenario. The only difference being is that it's going to be a larger scale.
Yeah.
Most businesses, I mean, I'm not going to be able to speak for everybody, but most businesses are going to have more commonly a forced hot air system.
Sure.
Or direct fire. If you're a warehouse or something like that, a lot of warehouses have a different kind of unit where you can't just go up to it and look at it to see if it's in good shape. You have to get up on a ladder because it's up high, those kinds of things. Those are the things they're going to have. If they have a maintenance guy, have them go around, run everything. Just check it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Just make sure that something is turning on. If it's not turning on or it's not firing hot, now you got to start looking into something else.
It's just human nature, Alex. Until it happens, even though it would be so simple to do everything that you just said, Abe, we just don't do it. I don't know why we don't do it. And then when we don't, when something's not working, we go, I wish I had done that.
It's not because everybody's lazy or people don't care. It just happens to be that life goes on quickly, right? And we have a lot of things going on. And if it's sunny out and, 70, I may not be thinking about my heat right now, but it's still, we always have this Indian summer here in New England. So this week it's going to get warm up again, up to the mid-80s. So that stuff is not top of mind. But guess what? We're also going to be in September in less than a week. So we're close now.
Yeah, absolutely. Abe, tell us a little bit about TDW Plumbing and Heating, how it got started, some of the things that you do on a daily basis.
So originally just got started because I was tired of answering to somebody else, in all honesty, and made it a little bit more flexible, be able to see my kids. My kids are young. My oldest is 11 and my youngest is 1, so I'd rather not see them grow up from afar, rather be right there, be able to be there for kids' breakfast and this kind of thing, and go to soccer games or whatever, baseball, that kind of stuff. That's the main reason why it started. But for a daily basis, I'm getting up every early morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just because it's nice and quiet, and get a lot more done. We were actually just talking about this before we walked in here, that the world doesn't necessarily wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning when most businesses open. It starts way earlier. So most of the time I'm getting up early, getting my day started, cleaning out the truck, getting things ready to go, and checking the schedule, seeing what's going on. And then a lot of times I'm just checking in with different people, different contractors that I have available, different jobs that are going on. But a day-to-day basis is just helping people individually with their own needs.
It makes perfect sense, and you're right about the world does not run necessarily 9 to 5. Now, you're in Athol. What's the radius of where you go and who you work with?
So it's real simple. I work basically anywhere for the average customer. It's 495 West. That's where I'm usually covering. So if you're in Massachusetts and you're west of 495, by all means, give me a call.
All right. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that you have probably seen over the years. When it comes to plumbing and heating, I bet that you have seen just about every crazy thing imaginable, especially when it comes to plumbing. Is there anything that kind of sticks is probably the operative word, that sticks in your mind, too, about some of the crazy things you've seen?
Yeah, somebody used a pair of jeans to stop a cast iron leak. So... I was pretty surprised at that. Sadly, they didn't let me fix it, but I really wanted to rip that pair of jeans out of the pipe, and it was just wrapped around it with some duct tape and things like that.
Oh my gosh!
It was awful to see, but hey, you know, I don't really blame them in any way, because there's a drastic difference between me looking at a problem versus somebody who isn't a plumber. You know, that's one of those things that like they did what they could. But it was just something that was laughable for me. So
yeah, you know, it's funny. I mean, when I heard plumbing, I guess I sort of immediately went to the bathroom, because that's sort of where I have had the problems where I've needed to call. But really, all over the house could be where you get called in to help out.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter as long as there's a pipe involved. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something with the plumber, whether it's plumbing or gas. In New England, we have a lot of natural gas and propane, so there's always an opportunity to be able to have an issue anywhere and around pipe. So,
tell us a little bit about your association with the Better Business Bureau.
So, in all honesty, I didn't really do it intentionally. I did get reached out to, I believe, by the Better Business Bureau, and they had sent me some emails or a text message or something. I'm not really sure. And I thought, hey, you know, that's probably a good idea. And a lot of times, I notice on people's trucks it says, you know, we're certified with the Better Business Bureau. And I thought, hey, that might be a good idea. Make sure that people understand that I'm a quality business, because that it's really hard to get your name out there when people don't necessarily know you personally, you know, and especially that I haven't lived here in this area my whole life.
Boy, that says it all right there.
That's a big deal. You know, obviously that kind of testimonial really does kind of resonate with a lot of folks, because it's so important to have that seal and be part of this group that says we are a trustworthy business. You should want to do business with us. And that's exactly what Abe's doing, right? We want to make sure, and again, Abe, just like every other business that applies to be part of the BBB, has to go through a vetting process. And, you know, that's what happened with Abe, and, you know, went to the board, got approved, and now he is an accredited business, which is great to see, because obviously we know, and we talk about this regularly, needing roofers, needing plumbers, it's such a daunting need right now, and having good quality accredited businesses that people can rely on is such an easy lift for folks. They don't have to go and do 100 hours of homework. They can call us. We'll give you all the information that you need. We'll tell you if there's any negative complaints. So obviously, the BBB stands by our accredited businesses, and that's why we're happy to bring Abe on for it.
Very good. If people want to get in touch with Abe or any of the other businesses, as Alex just said, you can go through the Better Business Bureau. Hey, people want to get in touch with you in person, follow you on social media. How do they do that?
Instagram. The business officially is on Facebook. If you just look up TDW Plumbing and Heating Corp, it'll come up. You'll be able to easily see there's a picture there, a little bit of American flag, I guess you could call it, and then somebody holding a wrench, which not necessarily me, but it's one of my favorite wrenches, so I threw it up there.
TDW Plumbing and Heating out in Athol, but they can come and help you out. Abe White, thank you so much for being here today. Alex Guardiola, Better Business Bureau, Central New England. Anything else we need to know?
No, thank you so much. And again, if you're looking for a good accredited business, obviously bbb.org. You can call us directly, 508-755-3340. We have all the information you need.